At night, a lot of things can happen. For most people, we lie in our beds and await sleep to take hold of us and usher us into the next day. Others lie awake and think about their days, their lives, loved ones, or even the future. I think a lot at night. I think about myself, who I want to be, and who I really should be at the end. The night can be a very lonely time. Some of us are with loved ones, while others push through nights alone. Now, some of us enjoy the loneliness, while some of us enjoy being with others, but no matter what you do, who you're with, or where you are, the night comes all the same, as a way to break up the monotony of the average day. In our lives, we will spend approximately 200,000 hours asleep, but that doesn't account for all the time we spend lying awake. So many of us spend nights tossing and turning, wishing for the embrace of a dream to come, but sit in dismay as the dream continues to dance just out of reach. Now, I'm not just here to talk about sleep and how it can be hard to come by. I want to talk about my experiences with those thoughts and things that happen when we wait for sleep. For myself, a lot of overthinking happens. It's just who I am as a person. I tend to overthink every little detail and somehow always end up convincing myself that someone hates me. Now, I know it's not true, but for myself and probably everyone else in this world, I've learned that we only accept the love that we think we deserve. So, when I overthink, I convince myself that I deserve less. We have a lot of very personal, deep thoughts while waiting to sleep, but again, sleep is not the only thing that happens at night. I'm still in high school, and a lot of time I spend with my friends is at night. Whether we're at football games or just hanging out, it's when I get to spend time with them. But since our country went into lockdown and we all quarantined, I haven't been with my friends as much as I want to. Things are starting to go back to how they were, but there are still so many things we're missing out on, like going to football games, the movies, and more. So now, I spend much more time laying alone, waiting for sleep, and thinking. And since I'm on the topic of the quarantine, friends, and football, there is something I've been thinking about a lot at night. Now, I don't play any sports. I've never been a big fan of them really, but I am in my school's marching band, and since the US is still in a semi-lockdown for the pandemic, we didn't get to have a marching band this year. So, a lot of nights and the time I spent with my friends is just gone. No more screaming until we can't anymore. No more playing until our faces hurt. None of that. It's my senior year, and marching band is a huge deal for me. And to just have my entire senior season gone really sucks. So I've been thinking about it a lot. And I know I'm not the only one. It's just another thing that keeps us up at night. I know for the football players and anyone else who had their sports canceled, it probably kept them up at some point as well. Thinking about never getting to play with their friends again, not going out onto the court, the field, and giving it everything. It's a really important part of some of our lives, and because of quarantine, it's gone. So, instead we dream of it and lie awake thinking of it. So, I'm about to go, but before I do, I have a question for you. Of course, you're not answering me, but rather asking and answering yourself. What do you do at night? It's probably a question you've never considered until now, and most of us, including myself, have never really thought about what we do at night. Our nighttime activities were just another part of our day, but what I've learned is that they aren't. Nighttime is the time that we reflect on ourselves the most and consider and question things within our own lives that we generally don't. So, I ask again, what do you do at night?